What's going on, everyone? Today we're gonna do a informational slash learning video, and it's going to be on justice and the High Priestess and the correlations between the two, and an amazing teaching I've got for you guys today. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're interested in getting a reading or private lessons, I'm gonna link a link at the bottom of the page. It's going to take you to my website. There's going to be a link for private lessons, and there's going to be a link for a reading. Anyway, without further ado, we will continue. So, to start our teaching off today, let's look at the properties of justice. So, justice in the tarot is numero 11, okay? Justice is associated with Libra, which equals karma. Okay, so what I'm about to teach you and show you is how to do a esoteric, tarot, or occult, whatever you want to call it, equation. Okay? Now, when you make these equations, you have to find similarities between things. You find how things add up, how things work, and you create a teaching out of it. So, we have justice. It equals number 11. It's the sign of Libra, and justice is known to be associated with karma. You can find this statement in Paul Foster Case's book, The Tarot. You can find it in Aleister Crowley's Book of Thoth. It's basically everywhere. And if we think about it, the scales of Libra is the action and reaction that karma is. So you move one part of the scale, this is going to tip over, and that's the karma for that tipping of the scale. It basically implies where you put your work is where action is going to happen. Okay? So now let's look at High Priestess. Equals the number 2. Okay. It is ruled by the moon. And she equals the 7 hermetic laws. Okay. She also is the AKASHA. And I will give you a visual here. Now, why is she the AKASHA, Nick? She's the AKASHA because she holds the record. Okay? She holds the record. All right? So, what I'm about to do here is this. So justice is number 11. Okay? Now we can break justice down into 1 plus 1, which equals 2. And 2 is associated to the High Priestess. Okay? So we can say karma is associated to the AKASHA. Sorry, I had to get a new Sharpie. So karma is associated to the AKASHA. All right, this is how you make an occult equation. Okay, so karma, justice is the sword of the AKASHA. You see the sword here? Justice executes the Akashic record. The two are intertwined. You can think of the channels of karma literally as a channel, as a path to the Akasha. Okay, here's the book. Boop. Here's the Akashic record. It's a book, and it's out there in the etheric realm. Boop, 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 boop. All right, we do an action out here. It goes into the channels of karma, okay? It's recorded in the Akashic record. Now, the High Priestess is associated with the 7 Hermetic laws, okay? The 7 Hermetic laws keep everything in balance. It represents polarity, rhythm, duality, essentially, masculine and feminine force, okay? So, you push X into the channel of karma. It is written in the Akasha. The Akasha sends back through the channels of karma. Okay? Why? So, karma is the balancing force of the Akasha. Nothing can get past it. Okay? So, what does that mean? That means that these two work together. These two cards work together. And if we look at them closely, we can see the pillars. Okay? We can see the scales. The scales are that you can correlate that to her horn diadem, which also is the patterns of the moon. It looks like a moon. We've got the crescent moons and we've got a full moon. Okay? So what are we trying to do here? What are we learning here? What I'm showing you is that to get anything done inside of our reality, you basically need to do the opposite. And I'm going to show you how. So say we are drinking all the time. We're drinking and we don't want to drink anymore. So no booze. Okay, no booze. How do we do that? We do the opposite of drinking. So we don't drink. Okay, so we're sending out messages. Say this is X. We're sending it out into the Akasha through the channels of karma. And the record writes it down. Okay, he's drinking a lot. And then it's sending it back to us. Why? And our why pattern thinking is, okay, I need to not drink. Okay? Now, to get to why, we need to physically do the opposite of X. Now you're going to say, okay, well, I stopped drinking. Wouldn't that mean that I'm going to be tempted? Yes, it is. So when you are in the state of Y, you're going to be tempted by the state of X. And it's vice versa. It's that duality of these two. It is the duality of Justice and the High Priestess. They keep each other in balance. Justice is the executing force of the Akasha, of the High Priestess. The High Priestess records everything. She is the record. Okay? Karma is the channel to the Akasha. Well, now you're going to say, well, how do I get to the Akasha? Good question. You experience karma. You pass through it. Okay? Now, here we have the tree of life. Okay? And justice sits here. Severity and beauty. We have to feel the severity of justice to be able to get to the Akasha, which stands here at Gimal. And if you notice, Gimel, or the Akasha, takes you right to God, which is Kether. All right? So, without making this video longer than 10 minutes, this is your tarot esoteric occult equation that gets you to basically this right here. How you basically bend karma. Okay? You do the opposite of what you've been doing to get to where you want to be. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.